Okay, so welcome to today's reallifeclass.com. Also this content will be live on through my YouTube channel 10xFast.com. You can using this one to quickly go there. All right, so let me just kind of like clean a little bit of my desktop. So because I want to try this function, today will be the first time we'll do the YouTube live. To talk about Photoshop. As usually, we'll have the live page. So you will know that the live class means you will have a live document. So you can learn at the same time, and to get these files. Apologize for if there any delay or something. So because today we have a YouTube live. Okay. But first let's open live document. So you will go to the if that's the first time you attend the real life class, you want to go to the reallifeclass.com, and you will have two buttons to click. There actually will have a third option. I think after today's test, there will be you will be able to see this one online through YouTube Live. I'm gonna try this function. Okay, so I will open this class on Tuesday, each Tuesday, Thursday, during the 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time. So those classes are totally free, and we hope that each day of this learning will give you some, you will learn from something from this content over the summer. Okay, very productive summer. So let's so during the meeting, or we'll have the live option. So you can use Zoom Live to click the second button, to click this button to join the open live Zoom section to get it real time. But also, I think the YouTube live will be more convenient option for most of the people. So you don't have to actually log into the Zoom live. You may just go there to click the link. I will update the link. Let's see if I have the link here. No, I don't have the link. So that would be 10xFast.com. So you go there, they will, get you to here. So this one will show live now. Okay. So we go here, and let me just copy this one so you can have the real live view of the class. Okay. I'm going to go back, otherwise it feels a little bit different. We'll go back, and we'll open today's live document, and I will give this information here. So that will be the on the real live May 26th. So that will be the web page. Also, there will be the page later. You can visit this content being recording online. Assuming this will be recording online. So I will just test. Okay. So today we'll talk about Photoshop. So if you have Photoshop installed, you may open Photoshop right now. Photoshop is a product by Adobe. So today's concept is really just open Photoshop. Well, when you open Photoshop, you want to open Photoshop in 2020, not open Photoshop in 10 years ago. You want to learn the best strategy and also the latest tool. So that's kind of like concept. In terms of using digital tool, we want you to learn the newest function. So where to get this information is definitely you go to adobe.com and you go to creative design, and then you will find this is really a leading software featured product, Photoshop. Photoshop is for image editing and design. Okay. Okay, so when we talk about the image editing, is we got a photo take from the camera, and then you can get that and do the enhancement, do something that like an exposure adjustment, any other thing. In terms of design, well, many for the digital image, composition. Okay, so compose some images together. I think this is mainly function of a Photoshop. Okay, so let's go check some of the features, and then we'll go to the what's new. So that's the favorite part when I actually see those web page. That would be my favorite part to see what's new. Okay, so we really want to see what's new, and this is really new. We got the 2.1. So is the okay, that's actually the desktop version. Well, desktop version does not have those. This is the Photoshop on the iPad. Okay, so they have a two new function. Since we are mainly working on the desktop, they provide some update. Okay, so just kind of fixes some issues. But what most recently updated will be enhanced content overfill and lens blur quality. Okay, and lens blur quality. Okay, I want to start with just quickly get ready to test some Photoshop function that we may not, use, maybe not the first day of the class we'll learn this, but we'll try to do something very interesting. Okay, so to learn some of the basic Photoshop function. So when you open Photoshop, okay, we open Photoshop. Let me just close this one. Just quickly. Okay, we learned Photoshop, and we want to learn. The first things we want to learn is how you can quickly get the file ready, get a practice file. I usually find that people get confused with the document, how you can handle with different files. So when you open the textbook, there are a huge manual there. So I don't think that's a good idea to start with that way. So I want you to do this way. I want you to go. To really get some picture to start. Okay, so I want you to go to the website, the link here. When we start the live class, the content will be placed on the top of the document. So we keep updating this page. This is my Behance. Many function of those is they can storage a lot of high quality image and easy for you to copy and paste. So really think about it's a folder to save documents. So what I'm gonna do here is I wanted to get some, like a very abstract abstract design work. So let's say go to the U5R9. So this is a folder, and I'm going to get the first image. It's made by computer 3D software. I like the color, see how those low quality, and I can rendering some high quality one, but I like those kind of pixelated texture. So so that's the first picture. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to Photoshop. Okay, you want to go back to Photoshop. You have opened that. You can re-click the Photoshop icon and Command N, and so this one will be the clipping board. So this is a 1080 by 1350. So this is the Instagram size, Instagram vertical largest size. I recently do a Instagram quick update challenge for myself. So I'm working mainly for that format. Okay, I found this format to be very actually pretty productive. It's fast for most of the computer. So you don't have to open a very large document to start doing this. And so it's just a pretty easy and convenient. Okay. So the next, we wanted to get some real picture. So to find a picture, well, I don't have a very realistic picture in my folder yet. I have a lot of photo work. So maybe I can just using some of my photo work. So you may go to c4xd.com. Okay, I will give the link once I got the picture. And go to photography. So let's see if I can get some like a like mountains or some vertical things. Digital image. Digital image is still digital. Okay, so through the lens. Okay, I kind of like some analog. So how about very traditionally using the film? And how about this? How about this one? Okay, so I'm gonna this one, and I'm gonna copy this image, and I'm going to put this one into the real live document so you get the updated picture. So I'm going to give those two images there, also including this one. All right. Okay. Oh, I already get this. Okay, so now I have the two image. I'm going to combine those two images together. Okay, so there are several different ways to combine them. Since we got the bicycle later, so I'm also need to give you the link. I think a copy image address because the Dropbox usually will cut. Okay, so they will resize the image to, so this image will be 1,000 pixel height or the longer side. So it's not highest quality. This one I think they do the same thing. So I'm going to copy the image URL here. So when you start to doing this one, not real time, follow this page is really like the steps or the instruction. So you want to click the blue text here, so which means here and this one to get the highest quality for your practice. So let's get started. Okay. So image and this one. So remember, but 1,000 pixels is also a good size. So you can simply just resize it a little bit. All right, so let's get here. Okay, Command V. So get this image in. And so that's a very fast and easy way to get the file. So let me just restart this part again. How we can start is first you click the link, okay, get the file, right click, copy image on your computer, okay? And then in Photoshop, you just need to do Command N or Control N to open the file, and then Command V. Okay, so get this file, all right? And then you wanna go here to get the second image URL downloaded here. It's a very large size. When you see that, it's a very large size. So you can actually play with those details. Okay, and then Command V. So in the second paste image, you don't have to give any, create a new document. You just directly Command V paste. Okay, or just go here, edit, paste. Okay, so paste that image. If you want it, if you're using Windows or any those things, you can all do this. Okay, paste in. So then you want to do using a very important shortcut called V, move. Okay, so what V looks like is a V. Okay, so it's on the keyboard, victory. Okay, V. Simply type of V. Okay, and then you can click and drag to move this image. Okay, so what's next is well, maybe you wanted to resize in this situation. You maybe want to resize the the image a little bit. To resize, first things you want to do is resize the view, resize the current view, so you get a larger space, a larger gray space. So where is the gray space? Is this, okay? And this is your gray space. So what it means is this one is really using all the space already. Okay, you cannot do any control for the top object, top content. So what I'm going to do is command menus. Okay, so it's command. Okay, so manners. Okay, so using this one to give you a little bit more room for you to do the control. Okay, all right. So next, what we're gonna do is to really see what's the image. So the top image. So when you click, we're still on the V, right? So click and drag. So you can see this is something is bigger than the bottom image, okay? Which we have some option. So let me just do this run right now to show some interesting part. Okay, so for example, this is an interesting part. Actually, I kind of like this one. To do more practice. This combination is very nice. But let's try to do the most common way to handle image. So we can do Command. You can try to move this one a little bit close to center. So Command T. Okay, so we see Command T, and you start to see those control points. Okay, those control points. But there are three missing in my video, so which means you need to do a little more command menus. So you can, you'll be able to see all the, how many is this? It's like 6, 8. Okay, so it's a total 8 control point, 8 control point. So let's get an 8 control point, and then you can do click and drag to resize, click and drag to resize. Okay, so but default we resize, there should be a linked constraint. Okay, linked constraint, which means this one probably already highlighted. Okay, this like that. So which means you will resize, they will keep the constraint the aspect ratio of the image, so you are not distort the image. In that any time, I would say 99% of the time you don't want you know change the spatial of original image. Okay, original image. So you should keep this one on. Okay, so we resize. So how can resize to match? Is this one have a quick snap? So we can snap this one on and put this one on. Okay, well, you can, let's decide to match the horizontal. Okay, so match the horizontal. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so now let's say I wanted to do a quick video to see my content. So how can I do this? It's a Shift F. Shift F. Shift F will do is change this one to the VO to do the full screen VO. Okay, you can also do a simple one F. Just tap F key. Okay, F. Let me just write down this F. Okay, F. So using F key to change that. So tap, tap, tap. Okay, so there are 3 stages. So just keep using F. Okay, so if you're using different keyboard layout, different language keyboard, be sure that you turn off the input method. So only using a standard type. Okay, so F. All right. Okay, so we go back to there, and another way is when we change this one to F, and it's very small in this video. So how can you do a quick preview that show the highest quality and to match the screen? That will be Command 0. Okay, Command 0. Number 0. Okay, Command 0. So to show the completed image. So you can use this one to preview. And another one is very important, is called Command 1. Command 1 is called 100% view. So basically using 100% view, that will match each document pixel with your computer hardware pixels. Okay, dots, the dots on the screen. Your computer made by millions of dots. Okay, your screen made by those dots. So to kind of match that, it's like a fill a ping pong ball into a hole. Okay, so it's a perfect match. So that could be a bad, very good mode to reveal your image quality. Okay, so now let's go move forward, and we're going to see the whole screen. So usually we'll do a Command 0 and the Command minus, maybe twice. Okay, so give you a little bit of room for you to do the control. So a quick way to handle this image, I want to do is Shift plus. Okay, Shift plus. So Shift plus is a quick way to combine and do a Photoshop. Okay, we're not do you already learn Photoshop. You don't want to learn how to change the level at the beginning. You want to experience what Photoshop can do. Okay, it's not say I'm going to enhance this image. That's camera raw's job. It's not really Photoshop job. Photoshop really can do it, but we that's you have Lightroom, you have a camera raw. You can just give this job to those stage or a function. So many, when you really say, I'm going to learn Photoshop, ask yourself, what do you want to learn? What do you want to do? You want to do a photo composition. You want to do to achieve highest quality of the image quality. That's kind of a Photoshop learning, the goal of that. But to enhance the image, we still do that in Photoshop, but in using camera raw. So again, it's part of the Photoshop. Okay, so let's do Shift plus. Let's keep trying that. Okay, so at this time, you don't have to ask yourself what you are doing. Okay, what you basically do is change what we call the very core idea of a Photoshop. That's the blend. Okay, that's the image blend mode. Okay, in implement. So all this work, all those things you see right now could potentially become our piece. Okay, even if it looks very dramatic. For example, this one is called hard mix. Okay, hard mix. So it's too extreme. Okay, some will say, I like this, and that's fine. Okay, but it feels like too much. In this mode, you can also do several control to enhance this. Okay, so that what you can easily can do is hit a V. Okay, this is additional control. Most of the time, you don't have to put put the V, but this V is to ensure that you are control the layer blend mode. Okay, in some special situation, like you highlighted B for brush, the brush control will also have their own blend mode. So then the following shortcut will not work properly. So in this one, and I will recommend that you do V. Okay, the V to prepare, and then let's start with the 5, the middle point. Okay, the middle point. So what there anything change is here. So it will change opacity. So that's quick way to change opacity. That will be 1. So watch that the blue circle area on your screen. Then you can do 1, 2. So this one change it to 20. Okay, 3, 30. Okay, so really it's you will be able to see all those changes, and you will see the screen is match the view. Okay, so at the 90% or 1,000, 100%, it feels like, well, it's too extreme. But if you go lower to 30, well, that's usable. Okay, it's quite a low, apply just a little bit, but it's maybe usable. Okay, but in this one, I'm going to try to do a little bit extreme. Okay, and because I want to show you another concept that really don't think it's not usable. You're going to change this one to a strategical video. In really a Photoshop is a design tool. Okay, so it's a design image tool. Okay, I think it's not their official concept of what is design, because they're tends to using Photoshop to do some design work like a typography. I don't believe that. I think this should be go using Illustrator. Is give you but the best you want to combine two of this. But the design is how you can design the image. Okay, so in this concept, from here, what I want to do next is I'm going to show those strategy. Okay, so I'm going to copy this layer 1. So how can do a quick copy is Command J. Command J. Okay, so it's here. Command J. Okay, Command J. when you highlight the layer you want to do, and then you do Command plus J, and get this layer 1 copy. Okay, let's do layer 1 copy, and then we're going to move this one ready to the front. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're gonna move this one to the front. Oh, not this one. So this one to the front. Okay, so the shortcut for this one is Command Shift left bracket. I know it's a little bit crazy, but basically what you can do is click and drag. Okay, click and drag to have this 400% layout. You see that it's going to change. It depends on what you did um, for which layer you selected. Okay, so I would say right now the layer 1 and the layer 1 copy are the same. They're all 100%. But this bicycle image layer, we change this one to a very, kind of like not usable option. Actually, there are so many usable options. It just can produce the beautiful image. But we'll try to, give you this concept. So, and you can blend this one more time. So have layer 1 duplicated by Command J, right? So let me do that again. So we'll have layer 1, layer 2, and highlight the layer 1, and then Command J, and then Command Shift left bracket. So we'll bring this one to the top of the layer. Okay. All right. And okay, so let's go to change this view using Shift plus. So see, there's a 2-layer combination. Okay. Let's see if we can find it interesting. This is the hard max again. Okay, this is very interesting. To show the difference, and this one exclusion also very, graphic. We will talk about the graphic. We talk about this thing could be in some way usable. Okay, luminosity. There's really no limitation. Okay, let me just keep one of this. Subtract. Okay, difference. Okay, I will keep this one exclusion to have this kind of low, very colorful layer. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to do something. Combine this idea to continue to do more. Okay, so I'm gonna do Command J for the bicycle layer. We actually change the bicycle layer. You see this one is getting a little bit stronger. It's because of opacity from the original one. So I'm going to try to change the opacity to really bring back this one to 100% of the bicycle layer. So let's review this. What do we have right now? So it's a layer 1. Layer one, the first layer 1 on the bottom. I will give this one just normal. So that's like what we open the picture. And the layer 2, the bicycle layer, we change this one to a hard mix and opacity 100%. Again, we bring this one back. Okay, and then we copy the layer 1, have a copy, and then change this one to exclusion and opacity 100%. And then let's just go back to layer 2, Command J, and we'll move this one up. So using Command right bracket, okay, right bracket, and change this one. Though this time we change this one just normal, okay, just normal, okay, just normal. So this is. It feels like we reopen this picture. You can actually just paste the bicycle picture one more time. So what do we do? Okay, what do we do is we have this one on the top, so we have the very original layer, and from here, what we'll do is hit open a new layer mask. So take a close look. Okay, so this is a layer panel, and this is the really core idea or core things in Illustrator. Okay, in Photoshop. Sorry, in Photoshop. So you really need to let me just drag this one here. Drag this one here and to highlight. Let me just highlight this part. Okay, So you can see this is using this one to create a layer mask. Okay, so let's create a layer mask for the top bicycle layer. Good, very good. Okay, so and then you put a G to using gradients. Okay, G. So just write down. So now switch to G. Okay, so you probably will see this thing here. To verify you got a G, you can actually G. And then the next part you're going to take a look will be here. So I have a previous ingredients showing there. So I'm going to change this one to just the black white. Okay, so it's very important to using black white and not using some color combination. Otherwise, it's a little different. It's not say it's unusable, but it's different. Um, Most of the time, we're using the black and white to work with layers. Okay, so then to verify that all those control is like something like this. Okay, normal opacity 100%, transparency maybe not in this one, but the result will be no problem in this operation. Okay, so now we go here. Okay, remember what we're doing in the G. Okay, so we click the top of the image and drag the bottom, to the end of the to the bottom of the image. So I see this combination here. Well, that's actually opposite. So we're going to draw one again. So this time we'll start from the bottom and move to the top. Okay. So and I can see our diagonal line here. So maybe we can do something like this. To see this is like a two word. Okay. Okay, it's like a two word from this concept, and then we can actually do a little bit offset. Okay, do a little bit offset. So you can see that that's the bottom one, and we have this one here. And even for this one, we can do. We don't want this one to be very realistic. We can do is to try some different blend mode to see which one may works better. So the shortcut again is the Shift plus. Okay. This is really not a realistic, way. But let's just try. Yeah, still like a normal. But maybe we can do a little bit like a V8. Okay, so lower the opacity of this layer, so it's more like combined together. Okay. Well, I like this result, but I still wanted to do some basic enhancement to really make this one ready to go as like a digital image product. Um, so to do that, and I would not recommend that you do Command L, Command U, Command M, those kind of a concept. I would only recommend that you follow this method. Is Command Option, the Command Option Shift E first. Okay. So in this one, I hope that I can find this. Thing Command Option Shift E. The shortcut. What the shortcut do? It's to generate actually a new layer. All right. Not here, so it's not actually shown here, but it's supposed to be here. So it's generates a layer that combine all the following layers. Okay, a new image. So it's like what's the current image is actually what's the current view. This whole view is made from 4 image layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're going to do an overall control, what do you control? Maybe only the first layer. So and that means you're not do anything control on the whole thing. So it's not usable. So this concept is you do Command Option Shift E, Command Option Shift E, and you can blend all the layers together. Okay, see this is the happy accents here. So when you do blend, it actually because of those kind of a pixel, they create some effects. Okay, so I think that's pretty nice. Okay, Command Option Shift E, we generate a new layer. So with this layer, okay, let me just write down the previous one. So what you need to do is highlight the first visible layer, and then using Command Option Shift, it's basically everything, and E. Okay, Command Option Shift E, so you can combine all those things together. So to make a one in this one, layer 3 can be represent all those other layers combination. Okay, again, this one will cover all the rest of the layers right now. Okay, so on the top. All right. So then we'll do Command Shift A. Command Shift A. Command Shift. Okay, sorry for the using mouse. Okay, Command Shift A, and so you can have this one enter to the camera mode. Okay, the camera is the fantastic things for all type of designers and artists and photographers. This is just built inside of Photoshop. It's the control center of image. Okay, so Command Shift A will highlight one layer, and you can open that image into this special studio in your art factory. It's a special studio dedicated to the image itself. Okay, all right. So let's see what we can do. So basically, we can control the enhancement to the exposure. So I'm going to do a little bit of exposure control, which what I'm doing. I did one exposure, and next I'm going to do some white. Okay, and black. So enhance the white black composition, the contrast. So you see, this is one of my recommended way to handle, to enhance the contrast. I'm not directly touch the contrast yet. Okay, contrast right now is really a balance, function. So do a little bit. Once you did all the white and black, and then you can consider to do a little bit of contrast adjustment. But when I would recommend that you start with adjusting the whites and the blacks. Okay. So in this one, I can see we have a white and we have a blacks. Okay, those three factor. Okay, so now let's go to the interesting part. So let's talk about colors. Okay, so we have two options for enhance the color. It's the vibrance and the saturation. Okay, I will do vibrance. So vibrance is to enhance some more important color. So it's not overall to increasing the saturation for all the colors. So really that will be a good beginning point. So also, in some way you say, I'm going to do a low contrast that feels like a black white image, thing. Definitely you can try just lower the vibrance. So we'll remove some colors. Okay, let's see. I'm going to lower a little bit or increasing a little bit. Okay, so that's what I'm did right now. Okay, so next is those three. I recommend that you do the clarity first. Okay, clarity. Let's try that. So you will see an image more clear. So let me just do 100% so you can see. Watch the plants, okay, and the bicycle, so you can see the difference. All right, very good. Okay, the next we're going to adjustment the label texture. So the one things you want to try here is using Command plus and the Command minus to really control the percentage. So that make this 100%. On your screen, so maybe not show 100, 40 show 100%, but it's maybe not show the full image, but it's show the part of the image, but it's in 100% view. Okay, we know that 100% view is is very good for you to control details. Okay, increasing a little bit of clarity and the texture. Just really don't think too much about what you are doing. It's very important to focus on the screen and to see what happens there. Okay, all right. So also you can do a little bit of temperature change. You'll see all the changes, all the factors change things. Okay. Okay. All right. So now next, we're going to do a little bit on the screen. You see, I changed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also a little bit of texture. Okay. So I'm going to do point this one as well. So you can see those is all the factor I'm changed. And so if you're doing your own work, you can definitely try that one out. Okay. Another function I recommended is go to the profile to really take advantage of the Photoshop profile system to help you to make your work a little bit more you know to try the possibilities. Okay, so there are a combination. This one shows as treatment. Okay, so this here treatment. Let me just clean this one out. So treatment, and then we're using color, and then this is the index. Okay, you're using this one to see the index of those color options. So you can go there. All right, so click this. Very important. So we have several options here. So you can do, if you really want to say just the monochrome, so that's a black white picture, you can go there, give you some options. Let's go show all the colors. And I'm going to open artistic. So see, it's not a very dramatic change, which is actually we want. We don't want a dramatic change. Okay, when something that show a very very elegant change, very small change, but really give this image a different feeling. You see this part. You watch this part is all very small change, but it's actually change the color. So for example, this one turned to a little bit orange. Okay, all right. I might pick artistic 3. Okay, and this one also have the amount option. So this one can be go all the way up. Okay, well sometimes in Photoshop you can do something quite dramatic to see what these things can do. Okay, this maybe not show into the final product, but it's going to be very helpful for you to get hands on those experience. Okay, for this one I'm going to lower a little bit. Okay, close. All right. Then we'll do a little bit final touch to give this one a little bit FX to add some film grain because I found this one to be quite helpful. So you see this this area. Okay, so we can add a little bit of this type of a green. Okay, to make those color transition more coherent. All right. So after this, we'll hit OK. So this one back to the original one. So you can really put them together. You can really see it. That's the combination. I still like this part. So let's see if this one will gonna be back. Okay, so if this one, okay. Oh, this one actually does have that. It's just a VO. Yeah, it's kind of like it's just a VO. But also, if you say I wanted to ensure this, we have the left hand side pretty colorful. You can also do Command J, bring this one to the top, and what you need to do is just create a new layer. Do the same thing in the G, and kind of like just blend this way. So you can see that that's kind of a combination. And if you can do this one like this. Yeah, so a little bit of combination of kind of like everything. Okay, So now from here, we can do, let's see, we can blend. So this time we want blend, we can actually see this is stay there. Okay, so again, another shortcut for now, because I create a new layer to try to keep the left hand side, this colorful blend. What we need to do now is Command Option Shift E. Command Option Shift E to create, in this case, create a layer 4. Okay. Now, say I'm going to paste this one to the live document for people to see. Even you're just simply wanted to copy this one to somewhere or save a file, you can always go to File menu, export to some JPEG file or any other files. Export as, so Command Option Shift W to save as JPEG or any other format as you want. So this way is a save. You can understand in this one as save as something, not PSD. Okay, because when you save here, you save the file, you have all those special layers that only Photoshop can save. Okay, only TIFF can save. So you will have a less option. If you go to export, so they ignore those layers. They just concentrate on the first one or combine view. So you can export whatever you like that is available. All right. So from here, you definitely can go there to save as a JPEG, but this one will show you how you can quickly get to the file and paste to some modern structure website like Dropbox Paper. So you can paste image directly. Or WordPress, a new WordPress. So you can copy and paste the image. This really save a lot of time. If you do online marketing, you don't have to save image. You just copy and paste. When you paste it to the Gutenberg editing of the WordPress, they will directly save to files. Okay, so which is very good. Save a lot of time. So let's do Command A. We have this layer, Command A and Command C. Okay, so you can remember as layer conditional. Okay, so Command A. So let's see. So the first one is Command A. That means select all the pixels on this layer. Okay, and then Command C. Command C. Then copy this layer. Okay, so once you got those two layers ready, Command A, Command C. Okay. Let's see, let me just clean my. Okay, Command A, Command C. Okay, and then we'll get back to the page here. Command V. So get this combined image back. So it's uploading there. Yeah, so probably you will get a pretty high quality image. So we see this the simple combination. We basically remove that background layer. Okay, replace the right-hand side of the layer to create this combination of two images. Okay, this is the one of the options. So I'm going to remove those. Okay, and remove those layers. How we can do this is to select all the other layers, and then hold down Shift key and click the one, the extra one. So I did it. Only have this layer 1 and layer 2. That's a very basic 2 layer, and bring this one back to normal. So we basically have those two image at the beginning. So their simple way to blend this is you can just click the add a mask, okay, and hit G. Okay, so this is another way, to quickly experience this. Okay. All right. I think let's see what we can do with this image. Okay, we'll copy this image layer. Okay, so let's see what we can do with the image selection. So I'm gonna try to see if we can select this, subject. Okay, So it's can do can if you go to hit W and select subject, they will select this object. I would just do some quick, easy to select object. For example, let's see if I can find anything in my folder. Okay, probably this one. Okay, that's a very simple object. Okay, but let's try to combine them together. To do a quick selection to remove this black background. Okay, so also this one, it looks simple, but using the same advanced technique, and also the result, we'll talk about some strategy to enhance this. Okay, so this is a very geometry 3D model, work. Um, but think about it, if that's the picture, later we need to try to do a picture. So let's just put it here. Okay. I'm going to put a new combination here. So Command V, I get this image here, and I'm going to just do a W and hit W and select subject. So that you will see this was automatically selected. Okay, and also you can do is to using a quick selection tool, hit W and then Shift W until you see this a square, this type of a square thing. This is a quick selection, object selection. So you can draw things like this. Okay, then they will select the whole thing. Okay, it's not very, for some corners, you will need using shift and then redo several times. The computer will say you are really care about that part. Okay, so remember this. Do that one more time. So you could do is when you switch to the square selection and select this whole thing. See, that's just not cover everything. Okay, and you want to hold the shift key to redraw this part. So in a smaller size, so the computer recognizes you really care about this part. Okay, so this part as well, you will see these details here. So you want to hold the shift and ready to do more relatively. Okay, relatively do a few more times, change the little bit, change the size, so this computer will recognize this. Okay, and then after that, create a mask. So this is the difference. You created the selection first, and then add their mask. So they will kind of like just keep this part. Okay, so I'm going to make this one a nice combination into this. So kind of like the light can source from here. Okay, some light. Okay, in the same red, it's like reflecting from there. And then I'm going to enhance this layer. Well, first let's try if we can blend this one in some way. Okay, let's see if that work. Okay. Well, it's maybe work to you. So, it really depends on a different view. So, for example, like this one, it's actually pretty nice. If you lower this one a little bit, it create a little bit of space. Okay, it's kind of divided. There really just too many options. Okay, but for here, I would just do a very simple adjustment for the quality, for the like a texture, and the contrast. So I would do Command Shift A. Make sure that you select the image and not the layer mask. The layer mask actually a picture. So I do a little bit clarity, a little bit vibrance, and lower the black, white. In this one, you can really try a little bit of a contrast. Okay, so I think in this case, it's really the exposure can play a different. Okay, so okay. Okay, so it's kind of like more nicely combined together. Okay. All right. So for this image here, The mask, we can enhance the mask. You select the mask, you say, well, I see a little bit, line there. I want to smooth it. So how can we do this is you can select this one and do Command Option R. Select the layer mask and do Command Option R. And then we'll do a little bit of smooth, okay? A little bit smooth of the mask. And also you want to do maybe a little bit feather. So we'll try to kind of like blend a little bit. But really, in this case, you want to shift the edge. So to the left-hand side is a little bit, cut a little bit of the black area. Okay, so hit OK. All right, so it's more easy, and more nice to blend with the background. Okay, so that's pretty nice. All right. So in this case, I'm going to show a little bit advanced one. So for example, how we can do a combine blend or combine gradient mask. In this one, it's actually pretty hard. So for example, the concept is that possible we can make the bottom part of this, well, you can say statues that, less kind of more transparent. Like this side, okay, to show a little bit of background. Well, it's traditionally it's hard, okay. So I have a method which I developed in my class, and myself, and so is to create additional group, okay. So when you select this one, hit the Command J to make this one a single group, and then you can have the option to add a new layer mask, okay. All right, so then you can hit the G to create this type of a work to really just make this one very easy to blend, so you don't have to change anything on this layer, so you can do a very nice blend in that way. Okay, all right, so let's see if we can do something with this. Sometimes it's just really a little bit blend. It's very nice to show some content there. Okay, for example, this one, the hot light, actually pretty, I like the result here. Okay. Okay, we can make some space here. Well, this is really nice, and I think that's it. And that's all things today. And I'm going to turn off the live and also turn off the sharing, the YouTube live. I have a student here, so I'm going to answer question after I stop all those. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now, and also stop recording. Okay, also the live.